Hey VC, JG Yokohama, Jeff, back again. Um, yeah, so it's kind of dark outside, so I'm not getting the best lighting in here. We're kind of giving up on this. I guess after all this COVID stuff, I'll probably go get a clip-on light for the Nook or something, so I can get a little bit better video quality down here. Hopefully the audio is picking up fine, not too echoey. So yeah, so just going to be another listening stack. Probably not my most exciting stack. Been a lot of kind of study kind of background music kind of stuff this week. Trying to study for an exam, but then I realized that probably I'm not going to be able to take the exam unless there's an online proctored version. I have to look into that. So it might be a few months or so, even if I do study. So might put that off for a little while. Anyway, cheers. Got my water. Yeah. All right, I had a beer. Who knows? This might be the last time you see me with some facial hair for a while too. So they're now saying the virus is pretty much airborne, so you should be wearing masks. I'm basically working 3-4 days a week now. I'm essential. Luckily, there's not too many people in my workplace, and they're being pretty good about sanitizing it. But yeah, there's some younger guys that are pretty reckless, so I'm a little worried about that. But yeah, might be a buzz cut and get rid of the beard by next time you see me. Who knows? Well, let's jump in. Let's see what I've been listening to this week. A couple things I listened to today. Still in the it's in the shrink. Sorry, still shiny. So, I got that backwards. Yeah, Rodan. Oh, I was gonna buy the T-shirt for this. Forgot. But yeah, Rodan, Rusty. I think this was their only full length. So this is my original copy. Smaller label. What was it? I forget. Thunder Quarter Stick. I was saying Thunder Stick for some reason. Yeah, Quarter Stick Records. So awesome. They fall into the kind of, I don't know, it would be noise rock, but they were, I think, one of the early like math rock type bands, one of the best ones. So this is my original poster. Has a couple holes from. This is my dorm room wall, I believe. I'm pretty sure it was. So I still got the poster in there. But yeah, if you like that math rock, is very melodic and can be very melodic and relaxing one moment, and just total crank, full on crank it up hardcore the next. But yeah, great album. If you like Slint, you like these guys. I actually like these guys a lot more than Slint. That's me. Some people, yeah, I prefer these guys over Slint and Tortoise any day. But yeah, awesome stuff. They had after they broke up, yeah, Juno 44 was an offshoot, and yeah, who else? They had a couple offshoot bands, pulling some blanks. Maybe yeah, Vinyl Douche can get in there. I'm sure he knows. Yeah, this is another one. This is one I liked a lot back then, but I on the new I just didn't care that much for it this time. Might go in my sell pile. Uh, this is my original copy of Bivouac Slack. Not to be confused with the album by the same name, Bivouac. So yeah, it's a EP. It's kind of cool. It's got the B side is like an etching. I'm gonna show her. My desk is very messy right now because I haven't organized fully the new house, and I don't know if I will be getting it organized until all the shops start opening up again. But anyway, it's a kind of emo hardcore, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. It's good, but it's just not. Yeah, don't consider it my cup of tea anymore. I don't hardly ever listen to emo anymore. But yeah. So if anyone wants this trade or something, might be worth something. I'm not sure. I think it's somewhat rare. So it was an indie band for sure on Element Records. Let me just throw that down there. Back later. Next, yeah, getting into more of the chill stuff I had on, more as background music, but yeah, Peggy Lee. So if you like 50s vocal pop kind of stuff, this is more 60s. So her versions of Bridge Over Troubled Water, which is pretty good. Let's see, there's Always Something to Remind Me, which that Burt Bacharach. So yeah, her version's a little on the thin side, I thought, but I think that the definitive versions was it Naked Eyes, I think, the 80s band. I think that's the definitive version nowadays. Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head from Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid's on there. It's a pretty good kind of chill, if you like Francois Hardy kind of stuff. Yeah, it's pretty chill. Yeah, I remember my dad really hates her because he went to school with her, and the Ventures and a bunch of other bands too, actually. But yeah, he just really hates her guts. Apparently, she was really stuck up back in the day, high school or whatever. But yeah, there he is. So yep, Peg Lee. Or maybe it was the other Peg. I can't remember. Then this one, getting a little classical. So Tchaikovsky and Dvorak Serenades for Strings. Not my favorite Tchaikovsky, but it's like a 50 Cent record. It scratched my itch for a little classical. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, there's some Brahms on there or something. Nope. Dvorak and Tchaikovsky. This is opera number 8. Didn't really, yeah. A side didn't like as much. Dvorak, I'm a little more of a fan. But yeah, definitely not. I'm not a big classical guy by any stretch. Every once in a while. Here, this one. This is I sourced in Japan. Sorry, guys. A lot of cleaning up to do later. Got big records on for. So this one. So Miles Davis, Sketches of Spain. Really nice pressing. This is I think that's an early '70s repress on Columbia. I believe it's an American pressing. That's a little. I think it's an American press. Yeah, printed in USA. The unusual thing about this, I bought it in Japan, is it's kind of a gold stamp, but it's for military sale only. So it must have come off one of the bases there. Maybe someone retired or something, or they let their friend on base to the exchange or something. I don't know. But yeah, sounds great. Wonderful. Big, Miles doing big band. Some people love us, some people hate it. Oh, I got my mouse shirt on. But yeah, some people love it, some people hate it. I like it. It's a good one. So yeah, I'm experimenting a bit. Take care of these records. Making a mess on the floor. Okay. Here's another Japanese sourced one. So Paul Chambers and Go. I think that's cool. Sorry guys. Please. So Paul Chambers Go. Let me get the Obi out of the way. So we got Wynton Kelly, Philly Joe Jones, Freddie Hubbard, and Jimmy Cobb. The Obi is really tight on here, and I'm not going to remove it because it'll probably snap. But yeah, Paul Chambers, really, really quite nice actually. Yeah, Cannonball Adderley's on here. Yep. So yeah, if you like, if you're into the bop era stuff, so like this would be hard bop, I guess. Yeah, quite nice. Not overly challenging or anything. It's just a nice record put on. Oh man, my hair is quite the main. Didn't put any product in there today though, because it was kind of a stay-home day. So next one was one I sourced in the States a few years back. Kind of impulse buy. I don't think it was terribly expensive. Wes Montgomery's greatest hits, but it was more of like him covering greatest hits than his greatest hits, I'd say. But yeah, Gatefold is for what these guys are called. It's got the record in the inside there. I always forget what these things are called. But yeah, it's more all the pop hits. Of course, he's a jazz guitarist. You guys probably know that. But he has a day in covering Beatles' "Day in the Life," "Georgia on My Mind." He did a version of "Windy." I Say a Little Prayer. He has a copy of Road Song on here. So actually, I think I have that album. I believe that was a CPI album. Eleanor Rigby, another Beatles. Yesterday, Beatles again. When a Man Loves a Woman, Scarborough Fair, and Down Here on the Ground from the movie Cool Hand Luke. So other than his one song on here, yeah, it's pretty much he's just covering other people, but it's yeah, pop jazz, I guess. I, not my favorite Wes Montgomery, but it's pretty interesting. So if you see it cheap, I'd pick it up. Or if you're kind of new to jazz, maybe I don't know. But it's basically just covering the pop hits of the day for the most part. Not again challenging at all, but it's good for background music or whatever. So next, this is something I found like maybe a month or so ago for a couple bucks at the thrift shop. So very minty copy of English Beats. What is? Let me see. Well, they do a cover of Tears of a Clown, and I'm trying to remember what the hit was on here. They had one or two hits on here. I don't know. Can't say I'm like a massive English beat guy, but yeah, like it's kind of that falls into that kind of ska, kind of poppy ska. It's on the IRS label. I think this one's the silver, but yeah, it's the silver 80s label. I got a lot of those, yeah, cramps or whatever. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. They had a bunch of pop hits of sorts. More of that. I guess they were more of like a college radio bandish. I watch Steve Carlson's videos. Like everyone's doing so many videos, and I'm one of the few people actually working. So yeah, so maybe at work I can watch a few videos here and there. But yeah, on my days off, yeah, I got a lot of stuff to do around the house or just trying to get in some relaxation. Oh, man. Continuing, oh, this is an interesting one. You don't see this one every day. So they Lou Tabakin, he just had his birthday, I think last week, which just kind of inspired me to pull this out. So he was married to Toshiko Akiyoshi. So she's a Japanese jazz pianist. I think she was almost, yeah, not terribly challenging again. A lot of this I just picked because it was good background music. This one kind of surprised me. It was a lot better than I was expecting. So I have some of her earlier albums. So I think she came to the States in like the late 50s ish. So maybe she was kind of a novelty of sorts. She's very good, but I think she's got more famous than she probably deserved to be just because she was kind of a novelty act of being a Japanese artist working in the States at that time as a jazz musician. I guess she's very technical. But yeah, Toshiko Akiyoshi with her husband Lou Tabakin. Tabakin. This is their Insights album. I don't think it goes for a whole lot. I got this in. This is a Japanese pressing, but I'm pretty sure you can get the U.S. pressings relatively easily, and they don't go for a lot. Um, so at this he started out doing mostly kind of like solo or quartets, that sort of thing. So in this phase, she was working a lot with big bands, and that became her thing. But yeah, it has some vocal tracks, kind of more uh, Japanese version of Tibetan monk chant kind of stuff. Yeah, if you don't that's the best way I can. It's like chanting, basically. Throat singer. I don't know. But yeah, it wasn't quite what I was expecting out of this. but it's a really good album actually. So I'm definitely gonna be listening to this a bit more. So yeah, I was surprised me. I was just expecting, yeah, her to be doing Benny Goodman or something. So yeah, that's it has its time and place, I guess. But yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. So I'll probably show some more of her albums another time. But yep, check that out if you see it. So her name again is Toshiko Akiyoshi, and that was with her husband. I believe they're both alive. I'm not 100%, but he just had his birthday. Yeah. So the next one was again a thrift store find a couple weeks ago. It was just a really clean copy, so I thought I'd give it a try. Todd Rundgren doing this is kind of falls into that power pop in this case. I don't know. This one just didn't gel with me. I'll give it another listen, but this will probably go up for sale. A really clean copy, which is I picked up this and they had a Utopia too, so I picked those two up. So that one's more the prog Todd Rundgren, I believe. So this one, he had a radio hit on here. It was "Bang the Drum All Day." I don't want to work. I want to bang that one. So yeah, that's about where the last few tracks I think were the most interesting tracks in the whole album. Um, yeah, it's one of those flip ones. But yeah, I don't know. Didn't really tickle me at all. It only had a couple tracks I was all interested in. So yeah, I'll give it another try, but just didn't tickle my fancy. Next one, yeah, not what I was expecting, but not in a good way. So Monkees, then and now. This is I think it's a mid '80s comp, '86, I think '86, yeah. So what this is a lot of their big hits from the '60s, and then I guess this is about the time they reformed. I don't know when were they on MTV? Was that '80s or '90s? I can't remember. But so they reformed in the '80s at some point, and as they're trying to do their comeback kind of stuff. First, I don't like their '80s stuff at all. So yeah, it's basically half the album's disappointing, the other half's the hits. I was just trying to go for the hits. So I luckily have their first three albums, like really minty copies. So those I'll be probably spinning on more than this. But yeah, I'll keep it because it's kind of interesting. I've only paid like 50 cents for it. It's really clean. I'll keep it for having all the story and whatever and the artwork. And it's just interesting. So continuing, so this doesn't run too long. But you guys have much to do other than watch VC videos, huh? So here, this is from my original collection. I think I picked this up out of a bargain bin because they had some X's on it. There's an old shop I used to frequent, Vinyl Inc. They used to put X's on stuff that was a little scuffed. It actually plays really nicely though. It's still a VG copy. But yeah, this one had a lot of hits on it. People have been showing this a lot recently, kind of, rebellious albums or whatever. Um, Maybe my favorite on here might be Straight to Hell. Rock the Heck Casbah's on there. Should I Stay? Should I Go? Know You're Right. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think those were the really big ones, but yeah, I think there was some good stuff on the B side too that didn't get as much airplay. But yeah, The Clash, their kind of middling period albums. But yeah, definitely worth owning if you don't have it. Yeah, I should get some more Clash. I've been listening to them a lot, and yeah, Final Richie, you were right. Sandinista is a good album. I just couldn't get into it, but I've been streaming it a bit on Spotify, giving it more chance, and yeah, I had some of the singles off there. It just as an album, it just didn't grab me. But one of those albums that probably would have been better as a single album. I think it was one of those ones they recorded the double, thinking they could get out of their contract and it backfired or something. I think that was the story. But anyway, I'll definitely be picking that up at some point. This was another 50 cent record. It was just so minty, I couldn't let it go. Alabama's Closer You Get. I don't know. Just kind of vaguely remember them getting some airplay when I was a kid. Thought I'd give it a try for 50 cents. There's this one, and there was another one I picked up that was in the shrink. Yeah, this thing looks like it's never been played. But yeah, surprisingly, it's kind of a good album. Country rockish. I really don't want to look into their politics because I probably won't like what they into there. Like, definitely, the kind of southern rock, country, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't shy away from Alabama if I saw it in the bargain. Is what I'm saying, I guess. So yeah, I wouldn't pay up for it, but it's enjoyable. And it takes me back to childhood. Next, this is Tiramisu. I don't want to say Tiramisu. Terumasa Hino Quartet. Alone, Alone, and Alone. So this is mostly his original compositions. Probably not his best album, but it's still pretty strong. Soulful is pretty cool. I think one of these, I think Summertime might not be his. I can't remember. I was reading the liner notes. I think it Japanese pressing. I think this one's pretty hard to get. I've only seen it once. I snagged it up. Um, I think it was between 20 and 30. I can't remember. That was in Japan though. So it's got English liner notes and Japanese liner notes. So they probably were exporting this, but I think there might actually be a US pressing. I'm not positive. Um, so it's kind of hard to find this one, but it's a good album. It's pretty solid. A little more in the hard bop vein than anything, but it's all again 67. Doesn't get too wild, but yeah, he gets more into fusiony and I don't know. He doesn't get too free jazzy, but yeah, he can get kind of experimental. But yeah, I kind of like his 70s era better. But yeah, this is one of his early albums. So I believe his brother is on drums. Let's see, Motohiko. Yep, his brother is on drums on this. Yeah, no other real artists stand out on that, but yeah, I love Hino. Hino's pretty solid up until maybe the mid '80s. He starts losing his way like a lot of Japanese jazz artists. Yeah, and the last one, Japanese pressing again. I'm not gonna open that up, but you can see that. Gotta stop touching my face. Duke Ellington and John Coltrane. Again, that kind of hard bop vein for Coltrane got too crazy, but very solid album through and through. Worth picking up if you don't have it. So Ellington, of course, on piano and Coltrane on the sax there. But who else is on this album actually? I don't remember. Listened to this last weekend. It's been a while since I played this. Okay, but anyway, it's really solid. I think people have been showing this a lot, so I'll just end it here. I'm running around 25 minutes. I know you guys got other stuff to do. Gotta watch that Netflix. So have a great weekend, guys, and yeah, I'll probably get into kind of feeling kind of chill. So I might get a little more experimental the rest of the evening. So you might see some crazier stuff next week. So take care, guys. Stay safe. Yeah, next time you see me, I may not have much, if any, facial hair because I gotta start wearing a mask. I think getting kind of scary going out there in the world. Yeah, we're here. I'm in Northern Virginia, and we're in the state of lockdown, like a lot of the states. So fun times. Only people I ever talk to anymore are my next door neighbor when I run into the porch. Yeah. So anyway, have a good one. Take care.